Peace fam, yo, this is Brother Hakim. And you know, on the show today, I'm going to be showing you what hunger has taught me. What she dropped? Oh my God. Alright, I'm going to teach y'all what hunger and thirst has taught me. Put my tablet down, Sasha. Alright, so make sure you join the show, okay?
Yeah.
So, we juicing for the kids right now. And I think that's going to be part of me breaking my fast too, along with sampling all the stuff we've been working with. So, see you at the show.
Yeah.
Alright fam, yo, so today we need to go over some of the stuff that's going to be going down. Y'all know I'm breaking my fast, so I'm getting my water together. I like that 1907 by New Zealand. They got a good one that's artesian. Get that off my stuff. Alright, we're going to try the Starkey.
That looks like
Alright, and we ain't tried that yet. We also gave a good review to the Volvic, and we got another one I want to try that's new. So if I don't get through all these today, we're going to
do it tomorrow.
Yeah, and some of the next days. But one of these I'm gonna crack open. I think I'm gonna start with the Starkey, right? And we're gonna drink because I haven't drunk in 3 days.
Yeah.
9 p.m. is going down. It's not going to be live, but you know what I'm saying? So, you also know I'm going to be sampling some of the fermented foods, right? But also I'm going to show you what some of the stuff that it taught me. So, alright, so I've been doing research like crazy. And let me just share some of the stuff that I've been reading. So, we got the Everything Guide to Gut Health. Now, what this verified for me is that every group has a distinct microbiome, which means that it's very possible that when people are not able to work together, when people are disagreeing, there's something going on in the microbiome that helps separate them. Right? Now, the microbiome is very important. We know this from our research. We know different groups of people have different microbiomes, and they need to eat culturally appropriate food so that they can see eye to eye. Boom. Alright. Natural Born Heroes. This is the book that introduced the microbiome to me, as well as introduced the whole idea of fascia to me. We need to do some more research on this stuff, so I went out and got this book. We're going to do some reading on that. Can you look over there and give me that African folktale book, please? Alright. Boom. The vow,
Why?
you hold it right there, yeah. The vow powered life. All right, family. Let me read a quote from this.
Don't worry. I'll let Felicia give you. I'll let Felicia give you. How come you got the top? I thought that was the top.
Don't lose my page.
Because Daddy, if I give it to her, she will drop off.
All right. This is a quote by Martha Graham in my reading of this book. There is a vitality, a life force and energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and will be lost. The world will not have it. That's how important you are. But this talks about taking vows and keeping vows. Right? Using vows to empower your life. Which is nothing but purpose. Nia. Right? Right here. Parallel lives. This right here, I need to go through this and pull out the history of Lycurgus and show those people that are on Sparta's dick. I want to show y'all where Sparta got some of the shit that they got, and it came from us. Superpower breathing by the Brags. Of course, I said we got to go on and work on our breathing. I'm working on that. Last but not least, we got Joseph Campbell, Hero with 1,000 Faces. Y'all know I'm a big Joseph Campbell fan. So we're going to go through this, and we're going to pull out what we can to help y'all. Gina, where's my book? So, now, in the African Folktale book, which I have forever, right? I'm going through it, and I'm doing it for the, I'm working on it for the 21-day piece, right? So yesterday I wasn't able to do nothing. I was tired. I just was cooking. So I'm putting down cooking as the workout. I know some of y'all gonna hate on me for that, right? But I baked all day, and I'm gonna show y'all some of the stuff that we accomplished. But I ran into this in my folktale studies. This chapter brings together two types of short narratives that appear to be diametrically opposed. The first 18 are dilemma tales, tales without an end. The rest are profound moral example, stories that explicate a lesson or answer a central question. The two types are discussed in different contexts. The latter in those situations in which a purportedly wiser person speaks to those less knowledgeable in the ways of the world. The former among cohorts or equal experience and power. Because dilemma or enigma tales are, as I have argued, both characteristically black African and typically and atypically of the stories usually found in tale collection, it seems useful to briefly describe the situation in which these stories arise. So, first let's go back. Because dilemma or enigma tales are, as I have argued, both characteristically black African and atypical. So, there's a unique story style that we have as black folks, as Africans, right? Virtue, in the context of African storytelling, resides both in the ability to argue eloquently and in the ability to demonstrate a command of tradition. In arguments over the problem set by the stories, it cannot be stressed too strongly that it is the flow of the discussion that counts, not the finding of the solution. Through argument, the customary practice of the community are rehearsed and celebrated. When the Capella of Sierra Leone, for instance, gathered together to tell tales like this, the arguments that follow the story is pursued by extended analogies with everyday activities. Each person tries to put his interpretation of the situation in the best possible light. There is no argument over the fact of the case, but over the interpretation. Decision making becomes something of a corporate process. Finally, the discussion comes to a halt not because of a definitive response is given by someone, but rather because an influential town elder expresses the concerns of the group, to which everybody assents because of his eloquent summation. Now, the ability to speak has always been very important in our community, and being able to pay attention to the ways of the people or the ways of the culture, right? We argue not to come to solutions, but we argue to argue. We argue not to come to a definite point. We argue to argue. Now, could this quirk in our culture be one of the problems with us trying to follow Western formats, right? Because in the Western frame of thought, you only have discussions, you only have arguments to come to an end. In the African context, we're not arguing to come to an end, right? Now, also, what you see playing a major factor in there is the importance of elders. It's the importance of elders, right? Which we have lost, right? Because every other culture just feel they could throw their elders to the side. In African culture, the elder plays an important role. The elder can bring a cease to the cyclical argument and bring forth the concerns of the people. What we need, right? So now I wanted to share that with you, right? Because I think that might be part of the issue we're having, because we're trying to fit our culture into a Western framework, and it'll never work. We are diametrically opposed, fam. Right? I mean, the lessons that we have, it won't work. We're trying to squeeze a round peg into a square hole. Right? And it's not going to work. You know, and I know a lot of you going to be upset about that. But too damn bad. Right? Get over it. Alright, so let me show you what hunger. Is somebody knocking at the door?
Yeah.
You just sitting there? Did Gina go to the door?
Yes.
Alright, so let me show you what hunger has taught me. Hunger and thirst. Alright, I told y'all about the bacon, and here is the sweet loaf that will be put in the oven at about 7 o'clock. Here's the breakfast sweet loaf. I already cooked this one. I baked it. All from scratch, all using that ambrosia as a starter. I had took off a piece for a sample for Cleve and my wife. The only problem I got is that this damn bread that says non-stick, this shit is not non-stick. So I'm going to have to go and pull it off. Matter of fact, I think we're going to do that while we on here. We're going to pull it off. But I'm going to show you the other bread and then get this out the way. Because I want to cut this up and put it in the bag so that I can start my days with this. So I could report to y'all the energy level that I have throughout the day. So rather than give me a candy bar, I can pull out this. Here is the regular with palm oil. Here's the cheese.
What is clean?
And here's a pizza-like. Here's a pizza-like concoction that I came up with last night. All these were baked using dough made from the yeast of that ambrosia, and it's a live yeast combination, and they won't rot like the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Eventually it will, but this is a hard dough. All right, more healthy for you than regular bread. Like I told you, the goal of Nyame is to end. To end all gut-related diseases. Right? Hold on. All right, so they lied to me about this wrap. So I'm gonna take it off and cut it up so that I can have some of these to munch on during the day. You know, because during the first couple of days of the fast, maybe the first couple of weeks, I'm not gonna be able to eat like I usually would. I'm gonna be drinking a lot more, doing a lot more juicing. But I will be have everything back in shape within maybe 21 days. So I'll be back on the 21-day piece, not the 21-day fast, but I'll be back on the Goose Saba challenge, because now there's another habit that I have to conquer as well. So as you see, this wrap is not coming off quite the way they said it would, even though I oiled it.
No, you're gonna come.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to cut this off.
Hey guys, that looks like cake.
It is a cake. You wanna try it?
Yeah.
Can you go give me a big? I need a big plastic bag.
Do you need flowers?
Look at that.
That's chocolate. Or dark chocolate.
I might have to just cut off the whole bottom, family. No. Up under there. Those types. The giant sandwich bag, like the big one. Now this bread, I forgot to I forgot to put the cocoa in here. So I gotta say that for the next time. Can you help her, Vicky, please? The big freezer bag, please.
Yeah, I think I see that.
This?
Yes.
Did you get one up?
Open it. Is that chocolate cake or dark chocolate?
Ain't no chocolate in it, but it's nuts. It has chia seeds. It has hemp. It has nuts, cranberries. Thank you. Cranberries, raspberries, cranberries, and raisins. I might just have to cut off. Oh, I'm so mad. So I'm gonna cut off the pieces with the little plastic on it. So I have to go and pull this off. My daughter said she want a piece, something. I'm gonna have to hook her up. But I want to make sure that when I'm giving out samples, people don't get none of this. So let's just do this.
This is the juice. This one.
So if anybody out there that bakes, you got any ideas for me that what I could do to keep this from happening again? So this is a lot of cake that I got to go and kind of get rid of. Feel free to leave me some words of wisdom down there, because I haven't baked in a long time. I mean, like I got into baking at one period in time after, well, yeah, I mean, Cleve this time. But prior to this, I had a brother that died, and it was right at the bottom of, the housing crisis, and I was going through my bankruptcy, and I was in my last house, and I really got into baking. Started baking my own bread, stuff, and it was cool. Then I got some wild kids. Next thing you know, I'm back focused on the world. I got less focused on doing this. So now I'm back in this because my son Cleveland looked at me one day and said, I want to learn how to make bread. I said, hell, I know how to make bread. We need some yeast. Then I thought about it. I said, no, we don't need no yeast. I got a house full of yeast. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Why would I go somewhere else and get yeast
You already have.
when I got yeast? That's the whole bottom line of the system of ambrosia, right? So let me move this so that y'all can see. I got it on a cutting board. This is going to be the morning bread. Gina, you want a piece? So I'll give you a piece now. You can let the people know how it is. You know, my kids don't have filters all the way. Gina getting a little bit better. Sasha don't have a filter. That's why Sasha don't have a show. What else like? Go ahead. So the goal of this is to help, because I like chocolate bars, and I wanted the way to kind of combat that. How is it, Gina?
Good.
Do you taste any peanuts or
I'll say for peanuts.
how about cranberries? You got any raisins?
Yeah. What taste?
So I'm gonna cut it into squares, and I'm gonna be sharing it with people. And I can't wait to sample it after I get off this fast. I'm only gonna be able to do a sample, because I ain't gonna be able to eat a lot. But this bread is a little bit heartier than the little punk bread that we have, or that we've been fed right now. So this should last about a week, and once I refrigerate it, it should last a little bit longer. So I'll be able to take pieces to work to help with my cravings. Because like I said, this is that ambrosia all the way. So I cooked it for an hour at 350. Almost an hour. I think this batch right here, I'm going to need to do about 45 minutes. Gina, where did you put the plastic bag, baby?
You had it, I gave it to you. Whoa.
Just that honey loaf. If you have nut allergies, I'm sorry, but I sprouted the nuts before I put them in here, and once I'm able to taste, I'll be able to adjust the recipe. Same with the pizza-like concoction. I want people to understand this ain't the soft bottom pizza. Just that rough bottom for them warriors out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you order that or whatever, you want that, you want some. When you come and you talk to Brother Hatem, I'm talking about pizza, because now I just know I need to make the pizza a little bit thinner. Because and then on top of that, I got palm oil on it too. So a lot of y'all got to get used to some of the flavors of your culture, right? Palm oil is definitely a cultural flavor. Jenny, can you bring me one more bag, please? Sasha, you want a piece of this bread?
No.
You gonna try it? I see pistachio on that one. She don't have focus. No, she don't like it. More for me.
More for me.
You want another piece? Yeah, that one that's pistachio right there. You want a piece, Vicky?
Here you go.
So once I'm able to taste, I'll be able to freak it. And I got the sourdough already fed it. Don't have to feed it again until next week, and then we'll start brewing some more. So I'm gonna start cleaning up. I want to thank you for tuning in, fam. With that, say
I like
peace.
the other piece, but I don't like the pistachio.
You don't like pistachio? All right.
Thank you for watching the video. I want you to subscribe. Click the bird right there, the fiery bird. And I also have a special video just for you, right there. And for those that want more information about Nyame Journey, go to our site. It should be right about there.